Pleasure to introduce our next panelist. What's not on his bio is something that I know personally. I actually tried to sign Danny Mills a couple of seasons ago when I first got the Aldershot Town job, and he chose to sign for Dulwich instead. But I'm not going to hold that against him. But let me give you a little bit of a background on Danny. So born in Croydon, South East London, started his career with Croydon before joining Conference team Crawley Town. Moved on to Peterborough United. After leaving Peterborough, made a signing to Whitehawk Football Club. And I know we've got some Whitehawk fans and members on the panel today, so great to have you here. Spent loads of time with Whitehawk, scored loads of goals, moved to Dulwich, and also had that positive impact at Dulwich, scoring loads of goals for Dulwich and becoming a bit of an iconic non-league figure. He holds a UEFA B coaching license, and outside of football, he's been over the last few years co-hosting podcasts, doing loads of great work for Show Races on the Red Card, and most recently he has led the Shout Out for Mental Health campaign, which is also partnered with Mind. So Danny, great to have you here, and I just thought with this evening I thought I'd just ask you about the Shout Out campaign, what it's about, and kind of how you got involved and how it started, and obviously how it's going thus far.
Yeah, firstly, apologies for not signing for you, Anwar. Weren't my fault, man. Again, like Hayley said, thank you for inviting me on here, and I feel honoured to be on this panel. When I started the campaign about 4 weeks ago, I never would have imagined being invited to do something like this, so I'm really happy to be here. I suppose I'm coming from a player perspective now. So the reason why I started the Shout Out for Mental Health campaign was for a few reasons. The first being with the current lockdown. In the first lockdown and the second and the third, you can see how much people's mental health has been affected. People have been furloughed, people have lost jobs, people have lost loved ones. And it certainly was the inspiration for me to start it. But from a player's point of view, I'm getting a little bit older now, and I suppose throughout my career and even now, I've seen the effect that football has on the player's mental health. So, for example, I've seen players having to physically vomit before each game, before they can go out and play. I've seen the anxiety from fear. I've seen players that would rather have games called off and cancelled than rather be on. So I think through these things that I've seen, it inspired me to definitely start the campaign, and the campaign's been absolutely amazing. I never would have thought how big it would have got. We done different events over the month of February. So Dulwich Hamlet and Whitehawk Football Club, who are two clubs that I've played for and obviously currently play for at Dulwich Hamlet, I brought the two clubs together to join this initiative so that we could run this campaign together. Both clubs have the same ethos, similar fan base, and we've been working really hard with some great organisers to do various events. So we've done a virtual football match, we've done a radio show, we've done a quiz against the fans. And a few evenings ago, we finished up with an evening with myself where we had probably similar numbers to what we have on the call today, where we spoke about mental health. We had former players from clubs talking about their own personal effects on mental health. And it's just been absolutely fantastic. We've managed to raise over £2,000 so far, and we're hoping to raise more towards the end of the month.